I didn't do anything. You asked me for my ID, I showed you my ID.
This is what it's like for Palestinians in Israeli-occupied territories every day of the year. Arbitrary security checks, a daily ordeal, especially for young Palestinian men. But since Hamas's attack on Israelis in the start of the war on Gaza earlier this month, Palestinian movement has been restricted around occupied East Jerusalem.
No photo. No photo.
Palestinians say they're not going out unless they have to avoid arrests, checkpoints and harassment from angry Israelis.
We are careful not to move at night. And the market here at 5 o'clock close, and the movement is very minimal. And even the movements around in Jerusalem and around is minimal also, because the people are staying at home, afraid of what might happen to them. Especially we are under military act.
Shaken up from an earlier incident with what she describes as an aggressive Israeli police officer, this mother of 7 says she's running errands herself to avoid her family members leaving home.
There is no safety, not for the children, not for the youth, not for the elderly. I'm afraid it will get even worse.
The old city is usually bustling at this time of the year with a smell of incense and spices in the air. But the tourists have gone, and so have all the pilgrims that would normally be here to visit the holy sites. Now, since the attack by Hamas and the war on Gaza, locals living here now say that they fear for their safety and what's yet to come. Adnan Saeed tells us he feels the situation has worsened for Palestinians already. On Sunday, he was chased by a large group of Israeli settlers while on his way to work at an Israeli supermarket. He says it was the first time that this has ever happened to him.
An Israeli settler shouted, "You're an Arab! An Arab!" I ignored him, but he followed me. Then I ran and a group of other settlers chased me. A security guard came over shouting while pointing a gun at my face and forced me to the ground. It was discrimination only because I'm Palestinian.
Adnan says just a few days before this incident, he was also surrounded by a group of Israeli forces during a stop check while in his car before finally being let go. Israeli forces have killed at least 5 Palestinians and made more than 100 arrests in occupied East Jerusalem in less than 2 weeks. And with far-right groups calling on Israelis to attack Palestinians they come across, regardless of age, Palestinians are worried that they'll be collectively punished more than they already have been. Sara, Khairat, Al Jazeera, occupied East Jerusalem.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.